my name is Megan Truick, and if you watched my previous Will and Jada Smith rants, I'm just gonna call it what it is. If you listen to the previous ones, you will know that I'm not a fan of her book. You know that I'm not a fan of this tell-all, and I'm definitely not a fan of people not showing love to the people that are in their lives, and people not showing love and respect for their so-called loved ones, especially when we have come to believe or put on a show or were brought into, as in their case, because they live a really public life. We've been brought alongside them to think one thing when something else is actually what reality is. If this is the real reality, or if this is just the reality that they're now spinning for us. And the first one I talk about, what would it mean if Jada Smith has a will, or Will Smith has a will, you know? If they're living in the state of Texas, which I know they're not, but I love to analyze things from our perspective. Why? Because this is a conversation between me and you and what your estate plan looks like. So what would it look like if Jada and Will Smith does not have a will? They've been separated for over 7 years, you know, unlike the state of California that actually recognizes a legal separation. We don't care about that legal separation in the state of Texas. They've been together. If they pass without a will, they're going to be deemed to be intestate. Her children are all Will's children. And so guess who takes her entire estate? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Will Smith takes her entire estate, including all the royalties and all the payments from this lovely tell-all book, Worthy. You let me know if it's worth reading. However, what would it mean if she passed intestate? If she passed intestate, according to Texas law, her husband will get her community property share of the estate because her children are his children. And then he would retain his community property estate. As for her separate property, that separate property that she came into the marriage with, then that's a different situation. Her separate property, 1/3 of the personal property goes to Will Smith, and the other 2/3 get split up between Willow and Jaden. So you have that situation. And if she has separate real property, then Will gets a 1/3 life estate in that property. However, what about Will Smith's situation? Yes, they are not together. Yes, they've been separated for 7 years. However, you know that Will came into the marriage with children. And so you may be thinking, okay, they're not together. His children should take all of his estate. Not with the great state of Texas, my friends. And so Will Smith not getting a divorce means that his estate will not go to his kids free and clear like I'm sure he probably wants to. Miss Jada Smith, emphasis on the Smith, will again come in and take yet from him because she is, if nothing, a very worthy opponent. My name is Megan Truick, lead estate planning attorney here at the Law Office of Brian Fagan, where we actually treat you like family. And in this case, definitely better. Hello, thank you for watching our video. And because you made it to the end of that video, we're offering you our new estate planning handbook. This is a wonderful tool and I'm sure you like it. Go ahead, download the link and let's get learning together.